Hey guys, so there's a new movie in theaters called Don't Worry Darling, and after watching it, I think it's like a remastered version of the Stepford Wives. If you want to hear my take on Don't Worry Darling, stay tuned. And if you like movies, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So here's the summary for Don't Worry Darling. Alice and Jack live in an idealized community where an experimental company is in a town that houses men who work on a top secret project. While the husbands are away working, the wives get to enjoy the beauty, luxury, and debauchery of their seemingly perfect paradise. However, when cracks in her idyllic life begin to appear, flashes of old memories expose something sinister lurking below the surface. Alice can't help but question exactly what she's doing in Victory. So, if you saw the Stepford Wives, the premise is pretty much the same. A man who's unhappy with his life and the current state of the relationship with his partner wants more and decides for the both of them to do something about it. In this instance, though, Jack seems to be the lesser of the two, while Alice, she works in a hospital. And as you all know, working in a hospital is not something easy. So it's not like she could have home cooked meals ready for when Jack came home while getting her oven ready for him, if you know what I mean. So he thought to himself, let me go back to the good old days where women cooked, cleaned, stayed at home, and it became like a brainwashed VR trance that they just went into. So we see their bodies like laying on the bed and their eyes being pried open while things are being projected on the ceiling. And I feel like that's the VR experience, I guess. Anyway, let's get into what I liked about the movie and what I didn't like about the movie. So, the first thing I did like was the cast. I love Olivia Wilde. I've loved her since watching House, and I love Gemma Chan. She was really good in this movie, and she's gorgeous. Second thing I liked was the storyline. Like I said before, it's kind of like a reboot of the Stepford Wives, and ironically, both the movies did end the same. Sorry, spoiler alert. I'm sorry. They did end the same. So if you saw the Stepford Wives, you know that, the main husband or whatever, he ends up dying. Boo hoo, whoop de woo. And in this movie, the main husband ends up dying, but by the hand of his wife. He was ruining things, he wasn't doing what he needed to do. It's kind of just like one of those things where it's like, don't send a man to do a woman's job, you know? Okay. The last thing I did like about the movie was kind of the VR simulation effect, because if you remember in the movie, Olivia says, if you die in here, you die out in the real world. I mean, that's cool, but also scary because it's like, damn, I can't be, being reckless in here because then I'm gonna die for real. But what I did like about that was that Alice was able, in the end, spoiler alert, sorry, she was able to get out after she had killed Jack. Okay, so the one thing I hated about this movie is how sad Jack was. He was so miserable with his current life that he felt he needed to go back in time, supposedly, when things were good. Women stayed home, worked, cleaned, cooked, took care of the kids, and life was good. And it's just like once he had that, even still, he didn't really seem like he was happy, which really confused me because it's just like at the end, what is it that you want? So before the transformation, we see how Alice and Jack live. She's working at the hospital, working long hours. She can't cook for him, not giving up enough cookie, what have you. And he's just miserable. He looks rough. He definitely doesn't look like how he looks after the transformation. He looks rough and he probably thinks, you know what? Yeah, I deserve a better life. And then we see him after the transformation. Looks nice, no scruff, clean face. He wears suits, has a big important job now. He's Mr. Man. And his wife stays home, does what she needs to do, home cooked meal every day, shuttles him off to work in the driveway, greets him at home at the door, drink in hand, dinner on the table. And it's just like, wow. And it got me to thinking, is that what men really want nowadays still? At the end of the day, what works for one doesn't work for all. If you want to stay home, be a homemaker, take care of your kids, do all of that, that's great because that's three full-time jobs in itself. Definitely support you. But if women want to go out and work long hours and doing things that they love, your man should not be at home miserable and just like going through the days as if he ain't living his best life. So in the end, would I recommend seeing this movie? I would. I liked it. I definitely didn't think this was what I was going to be seeing from the trailers because the trailers kind of had me really lost, to be honest with you. I don't know if I wasn't paying attention to the trailer or something wasn't clicking, but at first I definitely didn't want to see this movie, had no interest in seeing it at all. But after seeing it, you should definitely give it a watch. It was a good movie. So you guys let me know below what works in your household. Stay at home partner, no stay at home partner. You guys both work. Let me know. And please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.